self-respecting, self-supporting man, a man who supports his life by his own efforts and neither sacrifices himself nor others. It means that altruism permits no view of men except as sacrificial animals and profiteers on sacrifice, as victims and parasites, that it permits no concept of a benevolent coexistence among men, that it permits no concept of justice. If you wonder about the reasons behind the ugly mixture of cynicism and guilt in which most men spend their lives, these are the reasons. Cynicism, because they neither practice nor accept the altruist morality. Guilt, because they dare not reject it. To rebel against so devastating an evil, one has to rebel against its basic premise. To redeem both man and morality, it is the concept of selfishness that one has to redeem. The first step is to assert man's right to a moral existence, that is, to recognize his need of a moral code to guide the course and the fulfillment of his own life. For a brief outline of the nature and the validation of a rational morality, see my lecture on the objectivist ethics, which follows. The reasons why man needs a moral code will tell you that the purpose of morality is to define man's proper values and interests. That concern with his own interests is the essence of a moral existence, and that man must be the beneficiary of his own moral actions. Since all values have to be gained and are kept by men's actions, any breach between actor and beneficiary necessitates an injustice, the sacrifice of some men to others, of the actors to the non-actors, of the moral to the immoral. Nothing could ever justify such a breach, and no one ever has. The choice of the beneficiary of moral values is merely a preliminary or introductory issue in the field of morality. It is not a substitute for morality, nor a criterion of moral value, as altruism has made it. Neither is it a moral primary. It has to be derived from and validated by the fundamental premises of a moral system. The objectivist ethics holds that the actor must always be the beneficiary of his action, and that man must act for his own rational self-interest. But his right to do so is derived from his nature as man and from the function of moral values in human life, and therefore is applicable only in the context of a rational.
It means that altruism